Welcome to Modern Mystic Messages. Thank you so much for stopping by and clicking on this video. If this is your first time here, welcome. If you're returning, welcome back, Soul Family. And today, this is a very different and special reading. It is going to be a longer reading because it's not just a reading. I want to call it a personal reading plus. First, let me say again, thank you so much for the channel support. We're now over 400. And as a result, this is actually happening a little faster than I anticipated, family. So I actually had a couple people ask me about personal readings. I am working on getting that set up and trying to figure out a calendar. There's a site that I'd like to work with. So I'll be working on that this weekend to try to open a calendar for personal readings, as well as a place if you'd like to support the channel that you can go to donate. I don't use Cash App. I've had issues in the past with Cash App. Cash App owed me a few $100s right now, and I'm not really comfortable trying to go the Cash App route. So I'm working on another secure site that will be able to handle those sorts of things, the readings, any donations. Once we start doing the moon candles and things like that, I kind of want it all in a one-stop place, if we will, to make it convenient for us. So give me a little bit of time and I'll work on that. But today, the reading that I'm doing today, it would have been a personal reading, and it kind of is, except for the fact that it came to me that I believe, well, what we're going to do here today, I want to do some distance Reiki and truthfully create this reading as a portal to healing for anyone who may also find it, not just the person who asked me about the reading, but anyone who finds it that is in need of healing as well. We do have a member of the Soul family that's connected recently with the channel, and the brother is in serious need of some physical healing. So he had a very important question that he wanted to find out and get an answer from the cards from spirit. So I want to take my time and pull a reading and see what we can do. I am not a physician. I'm not advising this brother in any way, shape, or form what to do, how to do, what not. Like I said, tarot is for entertainment purposes only, but generally, when you get a tarot reading, it resonates in your heart. It's like your guides and spirit kind of confirm. Tarot readings are not for answers telling you what to do, but it is for a confirmation. If you hear something and it strongly resonates with you, then you kind of know, yeah. So, but even then, you can get more than one to get an opinion. Like I said, I'm not diagnosing, I'm not treating anything. I'm just trying to offer some additional support for a brother that is actually having some very serious medical issues right now. So, let's get in here and see. We're going to get started today. I'm going to clear the air a little bit here. And we're going to do a little bit of sound therapy as well. Sage takes forever to catch up, so bear with me a little bit here. I want to make sure we sage the space. And we're pulling in some Palo Santo. Like I said, we're calling in all of our guides, our big guns. I'm going to do an invocation and a prayer. And then we're going to do a little bit of distance Reiki. If this is not something that appeals to you, I will try to do a timestamp. If you want to skip this part and go straight to the reading, I'll do that. Um, when he told me what the issues were going, this brother, like I said, I really would like for us to make this a quantum healing session, not only for you personally that may be seeing it and want some healing or want the reading for today, but for our brother Rashawn. He is a young brother who has been in the hospital almost 3 months. He's in need of a heart transplant. And so I know he really needs some encouragement from spirit. He wants to know what his best options are. And the thoughts that came to mind with me when I was hearing that, of course, like I said, continue to hang in there and do whatever the doctor, work with the doctors and all of those things, and until a suitable donor is located or what have you. However, in the meantime, we can do what we do and send that energy healing. We're going to invoke some angelic healing here. So hopefully, because hey, the key to all healing, first and foremost, is belief. And I believe in miraculous healing. Now, I can't promise nobody miraculous healing. I haven't even been able to completely heal myself, but that's not the point. Sometimes some things we get to walk through in life with because we may not understand the reason for us having to go through that trial. But if there is healing to be had in that energy and spirit of healing, I would like to be able to send our brother that healing. And as it flows through me and through spirit in the quantum nature that we are all entangled, I would like any and all who connect with this reading in a positive way, if you're so inclined, let us in the quantum link hands and hearts and send our brother our amplified wishes and energy of healing as well. Now let's get some sound clearing here. And if you are open to receiving the Reiki energy, all you have to do is nod or affirm or say yes. And then we are going to generally connect through the etheric, through that quantum way that we all are connected. And we can flow from me to thee. Before I do that, though, and start this session, I did do a little brief prayer and invocation that I would like to call in our very specific guides today in a little less casual way than I've been doing so, because I do take this session very, very seriously. Archangel Michael, I ask that you be with me now and preside and protect this reading. Place a fiery wall of protection around this reading and the viewers who connect with this reading in whatever time or place it finds them. Keep this space sacred and block the energy and intentions of anyone that is not of divine light. May all energies and intentions directed during this reading go back to the intender and the viewer as well tenfold. May anyone who dares send negative energies in this reading, may it be blocked from Brother Rashawn and any else who are participating in this quantum healing, and be instantly returned to that person 100-fold. Archangel Raphael, please be with me now. Attend this reading and administer your loving, healing energy. Allow it to flow through me and be amplified and directed to Rashawn and any others who may be led to this reading. Yeshua, I ask that you be present with me now. Please flow your love and healing energies to and through this reading to Rashawn and any who may be led to this reading in need of healing through any time and space. Ningishita, Ninhursag, Lord Enki, please be with me now. Compassionate Father, fashioner of humanity, please consider favorably the health of your child Rashawn and any who may be led to this reading in need of healing. Great healing Mother Ninhursag, if it is in your will, allow your child Rashawn to be led to your healing centers and allow healing of mind, body, and spirit. And so it is. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Ashe. I'm sorry, y'all. When spirit flows, I get a little waterworks going, but it's okay. It's all good. I don't know this brother, but I know this brother. My heart goes out to this brother. He was sent to us for a reason. And I hope that what we do here will soothe his mind, body, and spirit. And even if he doesn't receive, well, we pray for instantaneous healing, but like I said, spirit knows what it knows and does what it does. So however it goes, we just ask that whatever happens here today be a benefit to Rashawn and any and all who witness it. Ashe. All right, now, first thing we're going to do is jump in here. I have a Reiki deck that is actually Reiki attuned. It has Reiki crystals kind of embedded. The intention is embedded within the cards. So I actually have those here. I've had 2 amethysts sitting here, and truthfully, this is Archangel Michael's seal on this amethyst. I'll bring it in so you can see it and connect with the energy there. This is Archangel Raphael's seal or sigil. I got it upside down, don't I? Yeah, I do. So sorry. Come on. Here we go. And let us clear your energy field. Now we are sending the energy of the Chokure. Sending the healing energy of the Dakamyo. Station in. This is the distance healing symbol to send that Reiki energy flowing freely from me to you. Now, I would like to ask for the organ systems Reiki healing for all the systems of the body, with special focus on the cardiovascular system and the heart itself. And then I'm going to send a Reiju blast, which is like amplify that. Can you feel that? Because my hands are very tingly right now. Very, very active. Thank you, Archangel Michael and Yeshua. And finally, I do want to read one. This is a cellular meditation for healing and perfect health card. And I actually would like to read that one. The cells in our bodies hold memories and emotions and can be influenced in very positive ways. Since cellular consciousness can be shaped by old traumas or repressed emotions held in certain parts of our body, one way to unwind those old traumas and repressed emotions is by bringing the consciousness of each cell of our body into a meditative state for healing and perfect health at the cellular level. This means that rather than Reiki energy flowing into the cell to release these unhealthy patterns, the work is happening in the consciousness of the cell itself. The divine consciousness of the Reiki crystal is bringing the cellular consciousness into an expression of healing and creating a pattern of healing consciousness. So you can meditate on this card image. You can pause it if you need to, while simultaneously asking the card to bring the consciousness of each cell in your body into Reiki meditation for healing and perfect health. All you need to do is make the request and surrender. Just sit facing the card, ask the card with your mind or your voice, please bring the consciousness of each cell in my body into a Reiki meditation for healing and perfect health. You can also adapt this request to focus on certain areas of your body that need intensive healing, asking that the card bring each cell of a specific organ or body part into a cellular meditation for healing and perfect health. Know that this work is not a substitute for medical care. Reiki is always intended to complement, not replace, modern medicine. This work can, however, help you radiate health from the inside out. You can do it as often as you like. And I also will be attaching, once it gets past the premiere, I'm going to attach a link to a playlist that I composed this morning before we started the reading. It is lengthy. I've been used to attaching one or two, but there are a couple of longer Reiki sessions for specifically for heart healing, as well as some quantum meditations from several different people, some Archangel Michael meditations. There are some angelic healing like longer sleep hypnosis tracks. A couple different folks. There's some Joe Dispenza in there, some Marissa Peer is in there, um, some Pure Rasa meditations. There's, like I said, I went through and tried to get something well rounded. Our brother is in the hospital, so he got plenty of time. You may not resonate with all of those, and he might not either. But I wanted to have that information there, so I will. I have made it a public playlist, so it should show up on the channel as well. But I will pin the link to it in the comment section of this video also. So be on the lookout for that. Now we are going to get into the actual reading, and truthfully, I'm going to leave this Reiki portal open during the course of the reading. We can close it at the end of the reading. But yeah, I'll put this here to remind me to close it. And now we're going to get on to our angelic messages from the ancestors. I also wanted to look at some celestial frequencies to see if there's something that might be able to help the mind and body through frequency music. Rife frequencies, those are good. Binaural beats are good as well. Ooh, my ears buzz a lot, but that just went through me in a weird way. So maybe there you might be receiving some downloads. I'm not sure because I just had a chill run through me and a weird something ran through my ear. Okay. Oh, okay. We started out with the first card out was Reconnection, Universal Healing Shield. Take a peek at that. I'm going to read these for you. Oh, good gravy. There we go. To assist with reconnection and alignment with your higher self and directly to Creator Source is linked to cosmic realms. The key energies, the universal healing shield is linked to the cosmic realms. At the core, the center of the soul therein resides the most brilliant light composed of the purest and highest frequencies of love. This inspirational force is but a spark of the very matrix of the universe's cosmic matter and is directly connected to the all that is. Creatorship energy provides a constant and steady stream of cosmic connection that nourishes and feeds all souls with a fountain of radiance and a pure, refined stream of golden unity. Your situation requires reconnecting with your higher self for answers. Do not look outside yourself since you will be misled. Feeling fearful or indecisive, flood your energy field with your own soul essence. Remember your power. Your situation is also asking for a healthy dose of positivity. See the beauty in all challenging situations and embrace these as opportunities rather than hindrances. Choose the path of higher consciousness in all decisions. When you feel lost, bask in the sunlight of your own soul and return to center. And they said some of the realignments can be meditation, sun gazing. Now, I'm not sure with your heart situation if monatomic gold will be. I use monatomic gold, but again, I don't know what medications you're on and how it's going to interfere. So we going, like I said, you could do sweet grass smudging. The color therapy would be like gold and white. You can try like frankincense and white lotus essential oils if you're into that, but be very careful about using essential oils on the skin at this time because you're probably on some pretty intense medications. So you might want to stick to like smudging or incense or using it for, like I said, just the aromatherapy properties of it. The healed crystals are golden healer quartz and tiger's eye. Trying to see. Yeah, that didn't show a frequency here. The next card that came out was Initiation, Valen, the Wisdom Keeper. The Freedom Healing Code, 396 hertz, but the card that comes with that is Success. So that's encouraging. Success. Oh, also, when it talked about meditation and connecting with your higher self, towards the very end of that playlist, towards the bottom, I also I put like the longer, like the sleep meditations and sleep hypnosis videos and things towards the bottom of that list. The very bottom of the list is Brian Scott doing an audio book version of the I Am Discourses of Saint Germain. Now, I didn't go through and try to find a timestamp again. It's been a long time since I've gone through the I Am Discourses. I've done them a couple times, but there is some information in there that talks about bringing healing by talking, like connecting with the I Am, and how to, like, talks about healing oneself that might be very helpful for you as well. I mean, there's information in that list with Cryon about speaking to the innate to heal the cells. Marissa Peer has some really good self healing. Everything in that playlist is dealing with either angelic healing or some form of self healing and hypnosis. But I did want to point you to the very end of the list with the I Am Discourses because of what this card just brought out. And then reflectivity, the Atlantean libraries are here. And I love the fact that it's got these dolphins here and whales because, I mean, there's such information and wisdom keepers that might be something that you can kind of tap into in the astral as well. So now let's see if there are any guides that want to take us through what they've got to say. Okay. And actually, I'm going to pause this for a second and so you can see the cards better since we're done with the Reiki. There we go. Sorry about that. Now we can continue on and see what the Divine Masters have to say. It didn't actually come out. Okay. We have Rama and Sita, Holy Union, Soulmate Connection, Romantic Opportunity. And sometimes the union is just within yourself too. So at this point in time, I think you got other things more pressing to be concerned with, but who knows? We'll see. Kali Ma, Divine Severance, cut the cords to drama, fears, and limitations. And Rumi is here, mystical knowing, breaking boundaries, personal experience of God. Let's look that one up, shall we? Rumi was a 13th century Persian mystic poet. His words, poems, and songs have been highly influential the world over, transcending national borders and ethnic divisions and describing the direct experience of God. Rumi is now acknowledged as the world's most popular poet. What's most magical about this great man is his ability to shed light on moments that can be deeply painful. In these moments, his words and poems can bring real solace. One of his most loved phrases is, "The wound is where the light enters," for it shows that even in our darkest, most wounded moments, God will be there to lead us back to wholeness. Your message. It's time to move beyond any limitations of the earthly realm that have been placed or forced upon you. It's time to break free of the constraints of family, politics, religion, and anything else that has been telling you who or what you are or how you need to be. Your connection to the divine must come from personal experience. Trust what you believe and trust what you know, for this is the only way to move forward. This isn't saying you should disrespect or throw away what may be in place around you, but see if there's a way for you to authentically express who you are without causing offense. Rumi's light is with you to help you move beyond the limitations of society or family traditions. Simply remain centered in your heart and let your personal experience of the divine lead the way. It isn't inauthentic to speak to others in their language or through their wording in order to get your point across. What's important is that you feel within the deep knowing that no matter who you are or where you are loved by the power that created you. And one of the things that came to mind as I was reading that, when it talks about breaking boundaries, obviously you've been dealing with this pain, this limitation, this condition for a while, and it is, like I said, very serious. But can you find it in your mind space or your mindscape to have a radical belief in miracles outside? Like I said, I'm not telling you to ignore what your doctors are saying, but in a way, kind of, sort of, like, I know what y'all said, and I'm going along with that program, but watch this. Can you somehow adopt that so deep in your core that you know that you know that you know that you know that your body has the ability to heal and regenerate itself? Is it possible for you to find that faith in knowing? That would be the most, like I said, again, I'm not trying to be unrealistic, and people will tell you don't be unrealistic. But then again, why the hell not be unrealistic? What do you have to lose by being unrealistic? Keep doing what you're doing, keep all your appointments, for goodness sake. Yes, do all of that. But wouldn't it just be like really, really the shit if you effed around and healed and had all the doctors in there scratching their head and trying to figure out what the hell just happened, how did they do it, and oh, by the way, you're going to show up in the next 4 rounds of medical textbooks because they ain't never seen nothing like that. It's happened with other people before, and it might just be your turn for your life to be a testimony just like that. And look for those testimonies online. I should have looked for that when I didn't even think about it. Because I remember I was watching something one time. This girl, and I can't remember what was wrong with her, but she was literally on hospice. And before everything was said and done with, she had to challenge the hospital to get taken off of hospice, but she walked right up out of there. In 2 hours, that serious. Like, yeah. So I really, really, really want you to get to a point where you believe in that level of quantum healing, and ask your guides to bring it in for you. What do you got to lose? Like you say, radical belief in the impossible might get your ass a miracle. And I'm sorry for being like, oh, wow, look at the card that shot out here. Have confidence. Archangel Michael says, have confidence. Please lend me your courage and fortitude. Help me realize that I am one with all that is divine wisdom, strength, love, creativity, abundance, and health. Allow me to feel confident and peaceful about myself in all ways. That about to make me cry right there. Right there. Believe. Thank you, Michael. Believe and trust. Believe and trust. Before going to sleep tonight, say, Archangel Michael, please enter my dreams and replace fear with faith and trust. Let me be filled with strength, courage, and confidence. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm a watering pot, but that got me right there, right in the feels, because we just talking about it, and yeah, Michael is not playing. Thank you so much. Oh my goodness. All right, here we go. Ignore me. I'm gonna get you this message, brother. I'm gonna get you this message. Just ignore me. That's me. I cry at McDonald's commercials and Hallmark specials and all of that good stuff. Yeah. Yes. Yes. We have Kathumi here, Cloak of Wisdom. You already know the answer you seek. Trust what you know. Archangel Michael is here again, trusting heaven. You are safe. Angels stand close. Surrender your concerns and allow a miracle to occur. The Miriam is here. Sacred vision. Choose to forgive in order to heal. See the light in all. Remember that love has no boundaries. And Mavatar Babaji, soul expansion. Your consciousness is expanding. You understand the connection between all things. And understanding that we are all quantumly connected can allow for quantum healing for you. Okay, let's see what we got here from the angels. Prosperity is here with Archangel Ariel. Your material needs are provided as you follow your intuition and manifest your dreams into reality. Remember who you are, Archangel Michael. Again, you are a powerful, loving, and creative child of God. You are very loved. Indeed, indeed. I feel it. I mean, it's like, told you I got that goosebumpy, weird feeling that flowed through. And I mean, yeah, yeah, all of that. You are very loved. Ooh. All right. I was shot right out. Patience. Patience is required at the moment. You may feel that things are not moving as fast as you would like, yet there is a lot going on energetically. The current situation is causing concern, is evolving positively. The current situation causing concern is evolving positively. Let go and have patience. You will eventually realize that this whole event was, in fact, a blessing. All is perfect as it is. Trust you are eternally loved and guided. Eternity. Gently move your awareness from the external world to a world of light within your heart. Allow each breath to heal you as you drift to a place beyond time. Eternity exists within you, forever sparkling like a diamond. You are, in essence, a shining star, forever transforming to ever greater light. And if you're able to, again, we didn't talk at length. I don't know what your medical situation is, but if you're able to, please look into the infinity breath and consider, even if you can't get outside to put your feet on the ground, start doing some breath work as you're able to, if your heart allows you to. If you can go outside for short periods of time or what have you and put your feet on bare ground as you're doing the infinity breath, do so. You can look up what it is, but basically you're imagining it circling as a figure eight. It channels literally through your solar plexus or heart area, through up and through. It come You imagine your breath moving in a figure eight, coming into the front of the heart, coming up and coming out, like around the back part of the head, looping up, arcing up to heaven and back, coming back down. And when it comes back in through The solar is basically does a figure eight down to the ground, down to Mother Earth, back up from the ground in through the solar plexus, up and around, and continually like that as you breathe in and out. That channels so much healing energy. It's not even funny. And if it's hard for you to catch the idea of the infinity breath, there are other breathing techniques, but look into some healing breath work. And here's an invitation from your guardian angels. We, your guardian angels, ask you to invite us into your heart. Talk to us at any time. Share with us your fears and concerns, as well as your joys and pleasures. There is no need to be formal, for we have known you since before the dawn of time. In fact, we know you better than you know yourself, and we love you just as you are. And then trust your intuition and know that what seems logical may not necessarily be right. The answer to your question lies inside your heart. Endless possibilities exist for you. Stop trying to work it all out and feel your way through. We, your angels, will guide you. Trust your feelings. What feels right is right. And I'm not sure, well, you know how that's going to hit you. It's going to hit you the way it could, because it could mean a lot of different things, but you know what it means to you, whomever is listening to this. Not just Rashawn, anybody else that's sticking around for this message as well. Let that resonate with you how it resonates with you, because that's the way it's meant to resonate with you. Okay. I pulled this other one. I was only going to grab these two, but the ocean is here, and I know it might not be feasible for you to get to the ocean right now. It says the deep blue sea speaks to your soul, healing and soothing you. Even the act of imagining yourself dipping into its healing womb brings about desirable effects. Better yet, spend time physically near the ocean. Allow its power and beauty to wash away all cares and concerns. And like I said, if you can't physically get there, you can probably find something on television or YouTube or something like that to be able to look at ocean scenery. And yeah. What do you desire? You now have the opportunity to write the script according to your heart's true desires. Once you clearly decide upon your true desires and know that you're ready and deserving of them, they'll rush into your life as if by magic. And then we have energy work. Life can be electrifying because its very essence is energy. Your body is a remarkable energy field that will positively respond to loving treatments. Your hands and heart are activated to give healing energy to your loved ones and clients. Well, like I say, in this case, to yourself too. You can do energy work on yourself. Activate those hands and call it in, but just know that you can. Was this the one? No. Okay. Worry. I am learning that worry doesn't change an outcome. Loneliness. I know that I'm never alone, for sure. You couldn't be alone if you tried. And guilt. I release any beliefs that no longer assist in my soul's growth. Amen to that. And oh, here we go. This is the one. Oh, I love this. I trust that my powerful intentions combined with my faith are enough to allow my vision to become my reality. The universe has big plans for me and it's time to claim them. Believing in spiritual guidance gives me certainty and the freedom to keep dreaming even when I can't yet see the result. And in stillness, I receive. And I know right now at the moment you got quite a lot of stillness probably in your life if you're in hospital. So use some of that time. I know it's kind of hard to get to the quiet part, but you have, I mean, you gonna have, you got more than enough quiet time on your hands to make meditation practice a real thing for you. So yeah, be like really sharpening your meditation practices. Even if you have to do the guided meditations first, YouTube is chock full of them. Like I said, I've given you a playlist that should keep you busy for. I know I'm extra, but I couldn't help it. You've been on my mind since I woke up literally at 6 o'clock this morning to take my salt bath. I even washed my hair today, a day ahead of hair wash day, to make sure that my system was as clean and clear as I could be to get this message to you because you've been heavily on my mind. So, yeah, get your meditation practice together and we have reflection. You are a mirror reflection of the world around you. Do you accept its depiction? You don't have to. If you don't want to, you can change it. Birth of Venus, you are worthy of divine love. And Nautilus shell, pay attention to divine signs and synchronicities. I might have been you that had commented about finding this channel, and I mean, I say the same thing, but honestly, I understand, especially once I started paying attention to the synchronicities and kind of seeing what was going on. I understood that my guides were leading me places, so it's like I ain't find nothing. It found me because Spirit wanted me to see it. But okay, I'm getting ready to pull us some tarot and see what's up with that. Ooh, yeah. Ooh, blueprint is here. The creation of something new, never before seen. Is this your miraculous healing? It might be. Age of Aquarius, this is awakening and ascension. Oh wow. Oh wow. Oh wow. Okay. Yeah. One, two, three, four. That's six cards. I gotta pull these two because they were sticking up because I'm nosy like that. Sometimes when yeah, those will be the ones that really wanting to talk. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. Thank you, Spirit. Okay. We have the Four of Cups here. So this is an introspective moment. This is you contemplating, trying to figure this thing out. But here it is. Galactic souls. This is represents cosmic children. You are a galactic soul. You're here for a reason. And it don't, like I say, it ain't looking so hot for you right now. You can't really see the purpose in all of this. But I think you might soon. There is inspiration here, passion, Knight of Wands, the moon. And yeah, you don't see it, it's hidden to you, mystery and secrets. But the high priestess is here. She's like the female version of the, well, truthfully, her counterpart is the Hierophant. But when you think about the high priestess, she's almost as mystical as the magician. She's using her intuition. There's goddess energy there. And even though you are male, that's what it takes to manifest those things that are kind of hidden. The high priestess knows, but she doesn't speak, but she's still a powerful manifester. There's a lot of spiritual wisdom in that as well. And then we have the Six of Wands, back to the confidence and recognition. Six of Wands is victory, it is success with recognition. Now, you asked to see if the ancestors had a message, so I'm pulling from the tarot or the orishas to clarify these to see if any of them want to come out. Got something to say? Let's see if any of the orishas want to hit the board and give us something to say here. The Six of Wands came back out again, so yes, there's some success in here for you. The Nine of Swords, well, but we had some worry. I get that part. Ten of Pentacles. That's harvest. That's bounty coming in. Whoa, sorry. Yeah, that is absolutely harvest coming in. And the Sixth of Pentacles. Okay. So we got the Ten of Cups. Four of Cups is clarified by the Ten of Cups. So you're going to come out of this introspection. There looks like there's going to be some kind of an emotional harvest there for you at the end of that cycle. As a galactic soul, you're here to do something. The Six of Pentacles is reciprocity, it's give and take. So I think Spirit ain't quite done with you yet, if you know what I mean. You want to know. You want to know they ain't done with you yet. You got something to do, bro. Which means we need you here for a while longer, player. Look, Ace of Swords. That's the ooh, I just got chills. When the Ace of Swords shows up in a reading, that is the truth. I just said, Spirit ain't done with you yet, brother. There's something here for you to do. And the next card I flipped over is the Ace of Swords. Right here with this Knight of Wands, which is you. And after that, the Ten of Pentacles. That's show enough harvest. You got the Ten of Cups and the Ten of Pentacles here. 10-10 message. Wow. Wow. So so far ain't no Orishas came out, but they ain't even have to. They speaking plenty of loud enough as it is. What is this? The Four of Cups. Well, we saw it before. You know what? I don't want to take it again. What else we got in here, Spirit? Oh, thank you. It's rough. It's a battle. This is conflict. The Five of Wands, well, actually, Five of Wands is competition more so than conflict. But what shot out with it? Ogun. He got you. He got you. He's Ogun is a little bit of a wild man, but he is a faithful warrior. Yeah. You want Ogun on your team. And you got a big fight ahead of you. So you need Ogun on your team. And he came out for you. He came out for you. All right. The earth element. I want to see. It may not have much to say about that. I do want to. I might stop and look at Ogun too, but I want to see what the earth element is here. Sorry, I got the sniffles. All materiality given by the earth relate all aspects and interests connected with it. Take into account the dates that govern the three signs, which I'm not sure what your signs. I mean, I know you're a Cancer. The main person intended for this reading is a Cancer. Birthday one day before mine. I mean, obviously not in the same year because I actually have, you are 1 year younger than my youngest child. But your birthday is the 7th and mine is the 8th, so I'm loving that. But it represents meticulousness, pragmatism, determination, and assurance. Also a restrained or restraining situation. So I get that part. But let's see what Ogun, the message for Ogun is. 30. The hell? I thought it said, oh, 50. I can't even see. Lord have mercy. The fighter who has a strong body and lithe shape fights with integrity against the beast. He carries his sword in one hand and in the other a spear ready to be used as a means of defense and attack. A simple crown with a little finery reveals his hierarchy. On the crown there is a smaller sword like a kind of banner, and he wears necklaces or ornamental chains around his neck and typical bracelets on his arms. The major colors of the card are blue and green. The first is related to Ogun Jorake, whose syncretism is with St. Anthony, while green corresponds to Ozosi, St. George, and to Ogun, who is also St. George for many people. Others relate him to St. John and St. Peter. Both Orishas strongly relate to each other and are brave and hardened fighters who defend justice and order. They fight against evil and are invoked by people who want to undo strong spells or wicked deeds, hence the allegory of killing the dragon or beast. The spear and the sword belong to Ogun, and since he is the patron of iron, all things related to metals and metallurgy are related to him. Ososi or Ochosi is known as the hunter, and his tools are the bow and arrow. Some lines or nations who compare Ogun to St. George believe that his governing colors are green and red, while others consider it to be green only. Despite this difference, his definition as a fighting spirit is the same. Now, I wore green today because of Archangel Michael, but I'm loving the fact that Ogun's color is green too, and he's the only Orisha that came out during this reading for you. His energy lives in the forests and shrubs and the mount, etc., everything that is green. The owner of all herbs and leaves is another Orisha called Osane, although he shares the privilege with all saints since each one of them owns one or more specific plants, who in addition to that has his or her Ashe and knows all their properties, thus becoming the great herbalist. Meaning, the spirit triumphs and prevails over matter. Good overcomes evil. Intelligence exercises supremacy over brutality. Conquered enemies. You will win any contest. Love is conjured up to reject and repel hate. A nature that is benevolent, but at the same time strong, compelling, precipitate, and impulsive. Tenacity and courage. You will bring anything you have started to a conclusion, and nothing, not even the smallest detail, will be omitted. Travels by train, activities and business related to metallurgy, romantic, vehement, and grandiloquent love, everything related to botany and groves, vegetarian and naturistic tendencies. So you're gonna prevail, like I said. I don't dare say how it's gonna work or exactly what, cause I can't see all of how this plays out either. But however it go, you're the victor. You got Ogun in your back pocket. So yeah, that part. Now let's mosey on along here. This one I'm saving for towards the last. Let me see. Whoa. The Hagstone came out. Energy shield, protection, inner strength, and stepping stones. Take the next step. Simplicity, focus. Yeah, I can't take all of these. That's a lot. So we're gonna go to the healing stones. Rainbow, sweet relief, new beginnings, a new way forward. In the pink dolphins, celebration, fun, unbridled joy, open heart. Why can't I escape the feeling that that might have a hidden meaning for you because of the heart reference? I just, like I say, I can't, I don't know. That's just the thought that ran through my head. You'll let me know if it resonates with something that the doctors done told you or something that then came through your head too. But yeah, I don't think in this instance, open heart doesn't mean for you what it would for everybody else. It's still a good thing, but it's interesting that that card came out with that phrase in it. Anchor, you are firmly grounded in the new earth dimensional plane, which might also mean that you're going to be here for a minute because you got some ish to do. You got work to do. Integrate. What you seek has been given. Rest to process these upgrades. And truthfully, both of these cards are kind of Reiki infused too. There are codes embedded in the images. You can't really see them, but yeah, kind of concentrate on both of those and get the energy of those cards. At the bottom of the deck, light codes, energetic frequencies are flowing to your system and activating what it must at this time. Amplified power. Your energy is being amplified. You hold the power of the ascended masters. So yeah, definitely take that. Yeah. When I split this deck, I'm taking what came to the split. Change and flow and transformation. Life is moving in an ebb and flow of change. Accepting change makes it much easier to navigate. Embracing change is the key to thriving in life. And insight. Bright ideas are coming, and epiphany often arrives when the mind is totally quiet. Give yourself a mental break to open up your imagination and allow brilliant ideas to emerge. Wow. And then, let's see. Yeah, that's that. And we're going to get up out of her because I only got two more decks. Well, actually, three more that I want to look at. I'm not doing everyone that's left. Yeah, you're doing your self care right now, so that was just me being extra pulling something here. Life can be hard and life can be wonderful. Which will you focus on? Stop looking outside yourself for the answers. You already know them. Do your thoughts need a reboot? Focus on the good in your life. And remember that it's okay to be happy. Really, it is. This keeps. And it's about speaking your truth with passion. You are your purpose. All is well. It's always okay to ask for guidance when the way is unclear and it's time to move forward. So hopefully you got what you needed out of this reading. We're going to wrap up with two decks, Archangel Michael and Yeshua. Definitely want to hear from each of them. And then we will be done with this because this looks pretty good, brother. Pretty good indeed. Mm-hmm. There it is. I think it's that one. I'm not taking all of those because we'll be here reading for another hour. No, no, no. All right. Oh, I did. I took three from there. I'm gonna get one more from you. Not four, but one. All right. So now, oh snap! I didn't even realize. I'm not gonna read all of these. We had sacred sexuality, healing and connection, love thy neighbor, being of service, abundance, enjoy life fully, and holy anger, be the change. So let's start with holy anger, work our way back. Oh, wow. I just realized how close they were bunched. We had 50, 51, 53, and then 17. So, to care deeply and passionately for a cause, the planet and its people is to sometimes become disillusioned, disappointed, and full of rage at what we see happening around us. Injustice, greed, inequality, poverty, destruction, and abuse are hard to witness or experience during our time on Mother Earth. It's easy to get frustrated. However, as humans, we need to master how and what we do with our anger and to channel it correctly to help create a better world rather than to seek vengeance or to harm another. That also attain can like it also has to do with our righteous anger or the indignation at the unfair things that we, because there's generally, like I said, especially some of us that have a path that we really going through some shit. Sometimes part of that phase is a good bit of actual anger, and we just have to not let that get too far off the Richter with it. Yeah, I don't think I need to read all of that. Now let's go to 51. The path to enlightenment via Christ consciousness is not about suffering pain or living in fear of a spiteful God out to gain vengeance and retribution. Neither is it about having guilt for what we have or shame for enjoying ourselves. Far from it. Living this way is instead about opening to the abundance and goodness of this beautiful planet and life, its rich resources, places to visit, things to see and do, and people to help. Even when we go through hard times, there will be those who step up and extend the hand of friendship or offer support in another way. The meal cooked, the children looked after, the kind and unexpected gesture, or simply a stranger smile that is directed toward you on a gloomy day. Our animal friends can provide much companionship, affection, and healing too, showering us with unconditional love and teaching us much. These are all examples of abundance, and yet we often fail to acknowledge them as such. Taking time to stop and appreciate all that is precious helps us remember how much we have and that God has given us: the birds in the sky, the fish in the sea, the animals, trees bearing fruit, night and day, and of course, each other. At each point of creation, we are told God said it was good, and this life, by which nature is short, is meant to be enjoyed and savored. It is not a trial or meant to be an ordeal. So much of how we respond to life is via our attitude and inner belief system. Ask yourself today if you're expecting and anticipating good fortune, abundance, and joy, or if you're worried, waiting for the next thing to go wrong or be taken away. Many of us have been hurt or betrayed by circumstances in life, but we must not let it taint our projections of what the rest of our time here will be like. How we perceive life is how it is, and what seeds we throw into the future is up to us to choose and sow wisely. Are we dwelling on failure, danger, obstacles, or lack, or are we focusing on what we still have, knowing more will be provided? The farmer, who each one of us is, must have faith in the crop and water it well with good deeds, charity, kindness, thanks, and love. In God's playground, we have been given all we need. It is ours for the taking as long as we share and help each other along. Yeah, I'm not gonna read the rest of that. And then we have, I don't know if you have someone in your life, but I'm gonna read 50 just in case this becomes an issue soon. Or yeah. You may feel as though sacred sexuality is something that has passed you by, has been lost, or is an unobtainable goal, and yet there is rich teaching within this message, whether you have experienced it or not, are already holding its vibration, or are in partnership or single. Sacred sexuality is less a practice, although tantric teachings and philosophy are one avenue, and more a far wider, unique path. However you approach it, it is ultimately about deepening connection to yourself, another, and God. Many belief systems have at their core a holy sanctity of sex, some decreeing that sex only within marriage is acceptable. However, it is important to realize that Jesus' narrow words on this were written decades after his teaching and were led by current thinking of the day and the writers themselves. If you ask Yeshua now, his teaching is that sacred sexuality is to be celebrated, not condemned. The body is what God has given, and divine connection is to be cherished, not laden with judgment and rules. Indeed, any relationship Jesus had when alive as a man, is not in the Gospels, but that is not to say he had to be celibate, because God created everything, including our ability to procreate, but also to receive pleasure. Indeed, when we look at enforced celibacy as opposed to celibacy we choose, it can lead to unneeded hardship, and in the new earth consciousness, we are not forced to take such vows of abstinence if we do not want to. Back to Adam and Eve at the tree, woman is no longer cast out and condemned for her actions of temptation, but instead is recognized as the abundant goddess she is. Now we are all invited back into Eden, where mutual respect, appreciation, balance, harmony, and love are the only prerequisites. Because you are, if you're an adult, a sexual being with a body that has needs, the question asked is whether these are met by a suitor with energy aligned to yours and seeking ultimate expression of love. It may also be worth considering if you're a good partner, able to give as well as receive and be vulnerable while seeking deeper intimacy and mutual goals. If the energy between you is overtly influenced by mass media, marketing, and the entertainment industry, there may be a distorted expectation and disillusionment with our physical appearance via unrealistic airbrushed imagery or toxic material viewed. Letting go of old dogma, shame, guilt, apprehension, or feeling undesirable is necessary, since your body is not something to be embarrassed or ashamed of. May It may be that healing from past abuse or dysfunctional and unwanted experiences may be needed. If required, enter the holy waters so you can begin anew, ready to welcome in new possibilities, experiences, vulnerability, sharing, and love. Tenderness, open heartedness, excitement, bliss, ecstasy, and new states of consciousness arrive, reminding you of the feeling of being alive. There's a lot of healing too when looking at it through the eyes of the sacred. But when they were talking about Yeshua on earth, it reminded me there are many who believe and understand that when he left Jerusalem at the age of 12, when he came back, while he was gone those 18 years, it is said that part of that time was spent on the path of the initiate, coming up through the initiation temples or pyramids from Ethiopia all the way up through, um, ending up at the Grand Pyramid in Luxor. But part of that would have been initiations at the temples of Sekhmet and Isis, both which were very, very much centered on the sexual. So, yeah, something to consider. Now we're going to see here. We have review and reflection, which is number 2. Time out needed. Card number 2 links to the moon, our subconscious self, the feminine energy, illumination, and reflection. And we did have the moon come out here for you. Just as action is required at times in life, so is the need to stand back and review and reflect. Balance comes from learning that both are important and serve each other well. Success comes from not rushing or trying to be first, but in taking time to plan, review, and create strategy to achieve your goals and desires. You are at a time right now where you are urged to momentarily stop and see how far you've come. The path of the wise one is to know when energy needs to be conserved, when to stop and take a breath, and when it's time for reflection. Take a moment to look back and appreciate the difference between who you were a year ago and who you are today. Are you satisfied with your progress? Do you feel content with how things are? Do you notice the changes in yourself and your own evolution? Look at the landscape from whence you have come, the people who shaped you, the experiences along the way, the thoughts and feelings from your past that have created this moment, and who you are now. Appreciate all of this. All served you. What did the past teach you? What have you gained or perhaps lost? See all of it, however difficult, as part of life's rich tapestry, each aspect forming the fabric of your life. You may be asked to look back and forgive or accept something you found challenging, or you may be asked to reach out in friendship to those you've lost touch with. As you look back, Metatron will show you what it is now that now requires attention. Visualize yourself beside a still pool of fresh water and notice where your attention wanders, maybe to a past event or person, and allow that now. Feel what you're supposed to feel and allow insight and healing to come to you. Link into your heartbeat and allow it to match that of the earth. Connect with the still waters of the pool in front of you and allow the water within your own emotional body to be calm. All is well as you pause, review, and reflect. The full moon reflected in the pool is supporting you to do this and to feel the truth of her feminine silvery light. This lunar influence will also help you get deeper in touch with your innermost feelings and desires and rest a while in her soft embrace. The moon rules your subconscious, and so allow her to stir that within you to recall moments that have yet to be properly processed or remembered. This may include recalling moments in this life that you have buried or failed to accept and review of past lives. There is no rush, just a gentle, slow pace. Time stops and allows you to spend a sacred moment reflecting on all that was, all that is, and all that can be. And then we have number 40, evolution, birthing the new. Ooh. Actually, we're gonna read 45 first, then we're gonna come back and read 40 last. Yeah. Drawing this card is about an ending for you now. You are held. You know that you've reached the end of a road when you have nothing left to give, no more energy to fight, no desire for a turnaround in present day fortunes, just the need for a clean break from the past or whatever no longer serves you. What you face with the ending now presenting in your life is a path to freedom, yet it feels daunting, an uncharted territory in which you have no understanding, about which you have no understanding. It feels safer to stay with what you know, the jetty out to the sea on this card offering an interesting vista, but you would like to turn around and go back rather than jump into the new. Metatron asks you to look again to see whether this ending is your choice or whether it has been thrust upon you, as there's no real way back anymore. The energy has shifted and moved on, and so must you. It may have to do with any area of life: relationships, job, residence, health, life stage. We face many endings in life. The lesson is knowing how to adapt to change and yield when necessary. It may take a little time, but you know the answer, and that is to begin again. The only option in life when something ends. For now, you're not supposed to have all the answers. You're asked to put your hand in Metatron's and realize that this ending is a blessing in disguise. It may not feel like it now, but you will grow from it and learn from it, and ultimately it will make you stronger. Put aside your doubts and fears. It is understandable that they feel real to you now, but they are only an illusion keeping you imprisoned where you are with no compass to steer you forward. Walk the bridge, and you do so with Metatron at your side. The sunset in the evening sky telling you that day is closing and evening beckons. It is time. There will be a new day, and after the darkness, the sun will come back up again. This is eternal, divine promise to you. This is an eternal divine promise to you. Enter the waters of change, and like a life float, all the support of the angelic realm will keep you buoyant and flowing to where you next need to be. Endings are necessary, otherwise, life cannot bring in the new. Nature understands this, the sun and the moon knowing when to rise and fall. And you know that for now an ending is needed, but the new beginning will follow. Be like the birds in the sky who know when the season has changed and migration to a different place is needed. This is the way of all, and you are urged to look at what is ending in your life now and fly free to the next opportunity or life stage that is offered. All is well. Wow. And I can't help but think about the initial question that you posed as you're facing this very serious health situation. What the spirit wants you to do, or the ancestors? And yes, endings is here, but guess what? What came right after that, came out with that card: evolution, birthing the new. So we're going to definitely look at that. That's why I kind of wanted to. It's interesting that reflection, review, and reflection, endings, and evolution all came out together. So this deck don't play. It really don't. Drawing this card Drawing this card shows that you are on the brink of radical rebirth or facing the birth of something new in your life. With regard to rebirth, many events and circumstances make it possible: starting college, getting married, changing career, or becoming a parent, or the redefinition of self that happens after surviving trauma, bereavement, illness, or divorce. So many life stages make rebirth possible, including age related chapters as well: puberty, menopause, and the third age. Life itself starts with birth, ends with death, and includes many rebirths along the way. For truly, nothing ever stays the same, and you're encouraged to celebrate the birth of each new chapter. It may be that a literal birth of a new child is on the way, or this rebirth may be linked to anything else that has been hoped for or nurtured and is being sent by Spirit with love to you now. In the case of a child, it implies that a special soul may enter your family, one who is spiritually awake and of high vibration and exceptional light. They are born with lifetimes of experience and wisdom to help our world as we transition up through dimensional frequencies now. Know too that when one of that the one whom the child is born to has been chosen to nurture and sustain them. This applies as well to whoever raises them, educates them, and influences them in childhood. Maybe you are to be touched by such a child's presence in your life in some way. They represent a new breed of human who is perfectly balance between the divine male and divine female, one who holds light and wisdom and love, who will not be tainted or diminished by surrounding darkness, and who will replace fear with hope, hatred with compassion, selfishness with sensitivity, and self-centeredness with unity. This card also reminds you of your own perfection. Each soul born in the Creator's image is equal and cherished in the eyes of God. You were born pure and whole, and your soul retains this quality throughout all existence and all realities. Within the womb, you were warm, were fed, and had everything provided for you that you needed. So, too, after birth, the divine wishes to shelter you, feed you, and offer you all that you seek. If, however, you are tired, feel empty, or unsupported, or are seeking help, you are reminded that the universe is a loving place. The child born expects it to be so, and you are reminded to make this assumption and request again. The universe doesn't seek to hurt or harm you, but to love and hold you. Expect the best from the universe, and it will deliver. Archangel Metatron reminds you that rebirth is possible in every moment, giving you a chance once again to return to 0 point where creation happens and life can start again. You have the ability to reach a stage of enlightenment in this lifetime like never before, to embrace the masculine and feminine and create a new paradigm, not just for yourself, but for your children, grandchildren to inherit. Higher consciousness is here, aided by huge waves of souls coming in that influence all living on our planet. Evolution is happening at hurtling speed, and Archangel Metatron is here to support, steer, and birth you anew whenever you ask. Evolve, welcome in new birth. It is time. And as I was reading that, this is for Rashawn, but anyone else who has made it to this point in the reading and is resonating so far, I couldn't help but hear your story, your miraculous healing, however this works out for you, successful. I don't know if it's going to be a successful surgery and a rebirth or a miraculous healing and a rebirth, self healing and a rebirth, however it goes. You do have more work to do here, but your story is a testimony that is going to help many. This your reading. We had a lot, but I'm very happy that you allowed me to do this reading for you. And again, I encourage you to look at and make good use of the resources, the playlist that I'm going to be pinning in a comment, to the comment section here on this video. And I am leaving it as a publicly open um, playlist that we can update from time to time. I may create a few more along the way, but definitely want to take advantage of that. And as we get ready to close this reading, I would like at this time to draw back our energy and our Reiki unto ourselves, call all of our power back to ourselves for healing and love, as well as protection, and ask Archangel Michael and Archangel Raphael to remain with us in that healing and protective energy, but to call all of our power back and close that Reiki channel between me and you. And so it is. Ashe. Thank you so much, family. Thank you so much, Rashawn. Again, we send out linked arms and hearts and a chain of love and healing to you and to any and all who are reaching this reading and may need it. I love you so very much. Until next time, family. Namaste.